All right, y'all. So this is a situation that seems to be going viral. I haven't seen the full video yet, so I just wanted to bring this up and react to it live and see exactly what's going on. I mean, this information is nothing new that I didn't know before. I already knew that the education system is failing and that kids are, I don't even say it's really the education system that's failing. Yeah, it could be a big part in that, but I think a lot of it has to do with the politics that's happening in the school system, in the school systems as of recently. And then on top of that, ever since COVID, the whole overuse of devices has been another problem as well. And with that goes with social media and all that crap, developing of these iPad kids and like technology and the change in politics and the direction that the education system seems to be going. It's just failing. It's just failing the students overall. So at this point, it's really, I'm doing this with no light. So at this point, it's really just a matter of the students, the parents having to put in extra effort to make sure that the kids get their education. It should have been on them anyways, and the school system is really just a buffer. But yeah, this is where we're at. So let's go ahead and check out this video and see what this guy is talking about and upset about. I already know what he's upset about, but I want to see what else he's saying.
So I am on my lunch break. It is, I don't know, 11:30 or something like that. And I just finished a 3-hour class. We have what's called block, and block is where first and second periods are combined for subjects that need it. And so I literally broke down in the middle of class because,
mind you, school just started. Grade school just started. And this is already happening.
I'm teaching seniors. These kids are leaving high school and going to college, hopefully, after they finish. We had 2 paragraphs to read, 1 sentence complete to write. I gave them the sentence stems. I basically completed the sentence for them in the model.
Still couldn't do it.
These are 17 and 18-year-old kids.
Still couldn't do it.
And they couldn't fill in 4 words. 4 words.
I thought he was just going to say the 4 sentences. What do you mean 4 words?
I gave them the scenario. We annotated together. I gave them the answers before we even had the problem. And they couldn't do it.
This is beyond not being able to read.
I don't know.
And write.
I simply don't know where the problem is. This is only day 2. And I have seniors who simply cannot read and seniors who cannot write. They cannot write. They can reason. They have the ability to defend their reasoning. If it's talking to their homeboy,
they could do it just fine.
Applying that to a written text, 2 paragraphs.
They can.
And they couldn't do it. Our young black men, our young brown men, our young black girls, and our young brown girls.
They couldn't do it. Why can't they do it? Why can't they do it? This is the crap that this is. Okay. This is taking a left turn. I wasn't expecting it to be all this. Why can't they do it? This is what I'm talking about when I'm saying, when I have these conversations about when I'm having these conversations about the black culture, about the culture in general. It's not the issue that we have in America. It's not a race problem. It's not a race problem. Are there racist people? Yes, for sure. There's racist people. The issue that we have in America is not a race problem. It's a culture problem. For some reason, the people of this culture, for some odd reason, they just can't. I don't understand why they can't. And it's mind-boggling to me, and I don't understand it. When I grew up in a school where majority was black. Majority of the school was black. We had very few Hispanics, maybe a couple of Hispanics here or there, but especially like in my grade, I knew everybody in my grade in elementary school. The majority of the school was black. There was maybe Carson, Christine, Alex. He was mixed. Rebecca, Megan, Michael. Allie. And maybe two others. So maybe 9 white people in my grade when I was in elementary school. Rest of them were black, Hispanic. There was 2 Indians, Sagar for sure. I don't know, there was an Asian Fanny and Kenny. Oh, Kenny was in middle school. He went to another elementary school. Either way, at the end of the day, for some odd reason, the black kids always did. They didn't do as well. I was going to say poorly. They didn't do as well. They weren't like kids nowadays where their majority of the class is failing. That is ridiculous, but they never did as well as the Asian, as the Indian, as the white. Why is that? You tell me. You're going to blame racism because of that? They're going to the same school. They're going to the same school. They're going at the same pace as the other kids. These are kids that I grew up with from preschool up until 8th grade. And it was always the same thing. The white, the Asian, and the Indian, and some of the Hispanics, for some reason, always did better academically than the black people. Why? They weren't focusing on school. They couldn't focus on school. They were worried about other stuff. They were more worried about whatever crap after school. The parents were home. They were always at work. This, that, and the third. The white people, I always knew both their parents. Majority of the time with the black people, I only knew one of their parents. There was always a work situation. But it's like in this generation, we have that issue. And then on top of that, social media is literally taking over the house. Social media is taking over the house. Social media is taking over the kids. And this is what certain parties in the government want, to be dependent on them. Because when they get older, they're going to need the assistance. They're going to need the extra assistance. They're going to need these jobs to be opened up to provide aid or whatever the case may be, because they just can't do it or whatever the hell they... No, guys, this is an issue. How did I learn to read? As somebody that always played video games and always watching TV and stuff like that, how did I learn to read? I was reading. I paid attention in school because my parents forced me to do that. If I did not pay attention in school, I was going to get it. I don't think parents are doing that nowadays. The things that the games and the video games and all that stuff that I was getting myself into, I was forced to read. A lot of people may not understand this, but when I played games, there was a lot of reading that was involved. And I was forced to enunciate, and pronounce a lot of weird terms that you wouldn't see on a day-to-day, especially here in America, because a lot of the games were originated from Japan. So I was forced to have to read, to have to understand how to enunciate words and know how to pronounce them, this, that, and the third. It was something interesting that I saw, that I heard while I was working in the school system recently, and actually seeing how bad or how steep of a decline we are with the education system, is that we weren't teaching kids to pronounce words, to enunciate and take step by step how to pronounce a word. This is a P. P makes the P sound. This is an A. and A makes the ah sound, and then TH says the th sound. So path. They're not doing that. They're just saying the word, then they're just trying to memorize what the word is. This is not learning how to read. I don't understand. How does this go into race? Like he said, for some odd reason, it's the black people of the schools, the black kids of the schools that are continuously having this issue. Majority of the time. Why? It's crazy. It's like other things over the course of the years. It's the same thing. They have other priorities or there's just issues in the house that's preventing them from doing well, from excelling in the workforce. I'm pretty sure the other nationalities, they're doing stuff with their kids education-wise outside of the home. At least reading to your kid, reading a book to your kid, your elementary school kid, your toddler, whatever the case is. Reading a book goes a long way. But we just don't do that in the culture. And you could throw, oh, well, the white man is putting us down and all this, that, and the third. And, you know, parents got to do this and be other. Okay, well, first off, if that's the case, how about we create an environment moving forward? Let's create the environment where we're not sleeping around and having kids out of wedlock so that you're a single parent and relying on government assistance, and where we're actually teaching our kids outside of schools so that they can learn how to do certain things, learn how to read, learn how to do math diligently, at least at a grade school level, and not be below, which the majority of these schools seems to be having. Keep them off of social media. How about we stick with that and just be on their behinds about doing good at school? These kids literally come to class and not give 20 Fs grade-wise about the work that they do, because they're not going to get no punishment. Their parents probably don't even know what the grade is, and then their parent is going to come to the school and cause a whole bunch of ruckus because you're failing my grades. This white teacher's racist and they failing my kids. Really? I don't know, man. But y'all let me know in the comment section. Am I being too harsh? Nah, I don't really care about that. Just let me know what y'all think. I got to go feed my son. And I'll see y'all comments. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.